Welcome students in the organic chemistry lecture of FYBSc. In first lecture we have seen the carbon-carbon bond formation reaction. In that we have seen specifically two reactions. One was Roots reaction and another one was Roots fatigue reaction. So in continuation of that earlier video, here in this video we are going to see the reactions of alkanes, and particularly in your syllabus we have to study about the halogenation of alkanes. Halogenation of alkanes. Now if we consider the alkanes, then alkanes generally give a substitution reaction. Substitution reactions. Okay, so what are substitution reactions? The reaction in which something is substituted by another atom, that can be called as a substitution reactions, and alkanes generally give a substitution reactions. Okay, in here we have to study specifically this halogenation of alkanes. So which reaction can be called as a halogenation of alkanes? The substitution of alkanes in which a hydrogen atom is substituted by halogen. Hydrogen is substituted by halogen. Such kind of substitution reactions can be called as halogenation of alkanes. So you just remember that in halogenation of alkanes, a hydrogen atom of alkane is substituted by halogen. For example, if we have a methane molecule, then if we replace one of the hydrogen of this methane by suppose chlorine, then it will become CS3Cl. So here one of the hydrogen is replaced by a halogen, that is chlorine. So the reaction is called as halogenation of alkane. Here it is called as a chlorination of methane. Okay, so these are the very simple reaction. I will take one example. Suppose we have taken a methane molecule CH4. So if we treat this CH4 in presence of chlorine gas, the reaction condition may be it can take place in presence of UV light, or it can take place at high temperature, say for example 300 or 400 degrees centigrade. Then the product is CS3Cl plus side product is HCl. So here what happens, see, one of the hydrogen of this methane is replaced by a chlorine. So this is the example of chlorination of methane, we can say, and the name of this product is chloro or methane. Okay, another example which we can take here is, suppose I have taken here a cyclobutane, that is cyclic alkane, and if this cyclobutane is again treated with a chlorine gas in presence of ultraviolet radiation, there is a formation of this product plus side product will be HCl. One of the major drawback of this method is that this reaction does not stop at this stage. Okay, for example, a methane is treated with chlorine and there is a formation of chloromethane. So this chloromethane is not the final product. This chloromethane again reacts with chlorine to form a dichloromethane. Again that dichloromethane reacts with chlorine to form chloroform. So one of the drawback is that this reaction does not stop. This reaction does not stop at first step. At first step. Okay. So why it does not stop? Because the product which is obtained in the first step is more reactive as compared to the starting material. Here the product which is formed is chloromethane, and which is more reactive than this methane. Okay, so therefore this chloromethane again reacts with chlorine to form further product. Okay, so I will write here the second step of this reaction. Suppose I have taken here a methane. Okay, that methane is reacted with chlorine. So in presence of ultraviolet light, as I stated earlier, there is a formation of this CS3Cl plus side product is HCl, but this reaction does not stop at this stage, and this CS3Cl again reacts with chlorine to form such kind of product CH2 Cl2. Again there is a side product HCl. Again this CH2 Cl2 reacts with chlorine gas and there is a formation of CHCl3 plus HCl. Again this CHCl3 reacts with chlorine gas and there is a formation of this product CCl4 plus HCl. Now you observed here there is a no replaceable hydrogen on this carbon, so there is a no further reaction with chlorine. Okay, so the reaction stop at this level. So the final product is carbon tetrachloride. Okay, so here we get a different products. For example, we get methylene chloride, we get dimethylene chloride, we get chloroform, we get this carbon tetrachloride. So we get a mixture of product and these products are separated by a fractional distillation method. Remember, fractional distillation method. By using this method these products can be separated. Okay, so halogenation of say methane does not stop at first step. There is a further reaction with chlorine and we get these different products. Okay, so this is a very important reaction, you can remember. If we see the mechanism of this reaction, suppose we have to stop this reaction at this level. Okay, we have to stop this reaction at this level. That means we have to form the methylene chloride as a product. Suppose the reaction is up to this level only, then what will be the mechanism of this reaction, that we have to see. So we will see here the mechanism of chlorination of methane. Okay, so the next point is mechanism of chlorination of methane. Chlorination of methane, the most important thing you have to remember is that the reaction mechanism is free radical mechanism. Free radical mechanism. What is free radical mechanism? A mechanism in which free radicals are involved is called as free radical mechanism. Okay, so I have written already the reaction. I will write once again here. Methane CH4 plus Cl2 in presence of UV light, there is a formation of say CS3 Cl plus HCl. Okay, so we have to study the mechanism of this reaction. You remember that the reaction proceeds by three steps. The first step is initiation step. So what happened in the initiation step, we will see here. In initiation step, the bond between chlorine, say this chlorine, the bond between this chlorine breaks down to form two chlorine radicals. Two chlorine radicals. Now how this bond is broken? If we provide a temperature, high temperature conditions, then a sufficient amount of energy is provided to break this bond. The amount of energy required to break this bond is about 58 kilocalorie per mole, or in kilojoule it is 242 kilojoule per mole. So if we provide this much amount of energy, then the bond between these two chlorine atom breaks down to form two chlorine radical. So this is the first step, which is called as initiation step. Okay, so there is a homolytic bond fission. Homolytic bond fission means one both the electrons are shared by two atoms equally, so there is a formation of two chlorine radicals. So this is the initiation step of this reaction mechanism. The second step involved in this reaction is a propagation step. In that propagation step, what happens? The free radicals which are generated in the first step reacts with our reactant molecule. Here our reactant molecule is a methane. So a methane molecule will react with free radicals which are generated in the first step. So I will write here a methane molecule in this way. Suppose CS3, and this is one of the bond between this carbon and hydrogen. So what happened? Chlorine radical approaches with this methane molecule, and the bond between this carbon and hydrogen breaks down, and there is a formation of, see here, this methyl radical and this chlorine radical combines to form this CS3Cl molecule. and a hydrogen radical is generated. Okay, and the hydrogen radical which is generated again reacts with another chlorine molecule, and there is a formation of HCl and one of the chlorine radical. Now this molecule, this reaction continues. Once again, if this methyl chloride reacts with this chlorine radical, then there is a formation of CH2, Cl2. Okay, again the reaction proceeds further, but we have to study the mechanism up to this step only. So you just remember that a free radical, that is chlorine radical, which is generated in the first step, that reacts with a methane molecule to form a methyl chloride and hydrogen chloride, along with hydrogen radicals and chlorine radicals as a byproduct, and the reaction continues further. But if we have to stop this reaction, if we have to stop this reaction, then we have to terminate the reaction. Okay, so the last step of this mechanism is termination step. So what happen in this termination step? Just free radicals which are available in the reaction mixture, we have to close them. Say for example, one of the radical which is uh, available here is methyl radical. So if we combine two methyl radicals, then these methyl radicals ends up with this molecule CS3, CS3. Again we have suppose two chlorine radicals. If we react these two chlorine radicals with each other, then there is a formation of this Cl2. In this way there is a no radical available in the reaction mixture, and reaction will stop here. Okay, so termination steps are in general less likely to occur than propagation steps, because the two propagation steps are repeated by several times to form a different products and regenerating another chlorine radical. So overall this process is called as free radical chain reaction. Remember this, free radical chain reaction. The overall mechanism is called as free radical chain reaction. So you always remember that in any free radical chain reaction there are three steps. The first step is initiation step. In the initiation step, the free radicals are generated. The second step is propagation step. In the propagation step, the desired product is formed along with a free radicals, and in third step we have to terminate that radicals to stop the reaction. So if you take any free radical chain reaction, you will find there three steps: initiation, propagation and termination. Okay, so this is all about the halogenation reaction of alkanes. Halogenation reaction of alkane. Halogenation of alkane, in that we have seen the example of chlorination of methane. Chlorination of methane. Okay, so you always remember that the reaction does not stop at first step, it further reacts with up to carbon tetrachloride. And we have seen the mechanism of this chlorination of methane. Okay, so here in this video we have seen the halogenation reaction of alkane, and in first videos we have seen the carbon-carbon bond formation reactions to form the alkenes, like Roots reaction and Roots-Wittig reaction. So in continuation that video, you have to study this video as well, and in incoming video we will see in more details about the other halogenation reactions. Say for example, chlorination of propane we have to see, and some factors involved in the product distribution. Okay, so till then we will stop here and we'll meet in the next video. So have a nice day. Thank you.